So it's sunny, and I just want to throw this ring in there because I'm special. I just is. All right. Yeah, I love it. Can you see it? All right. So I'm not into politics or anything, but I have to say this. After, but I just want to say this low. After however long people have suffered under slavery, suffrage, whatever you want to call it, I feel that God is in this season bringing a change. I don't care what anybody says. Now, for most of my life that I can remember, I've had to deal with invisible, sometimes visible forces that felt like I belonged to them. I've met some of these people. I can imagine for the past, so 2025 stands for when Jesus died. So there is a period of time well before 2025. This is AD, after the death of Christ, 2025 years. That was the marker of time, the timeline. So 2025 years ago, Jesus died so that we could be free. Now there's some numbskulls out here that still feel like, nah, we're still going to cause problems. So again, for over 400, 300, 400 years now, some people have literally been under slavery. Still, I'm one of them. It's been like a purge 4.0, if not a 5.0. Well, you're still here, aren't you? Thanks to Jesus dying. So everybody knows that whoever this group is, or whoever these entities, these demons, these spirits, these principalities and high places, whatever they are, everyone knows that there have been times in science or in history where these groups, these spirits, these people, these energies wanted to stay in control of the foolishness. And they would possess people that felt like, yeah, we want to keep this going and we'll fight for it. An example, Confederacy, from what I understand. They were fighting because some people were saying, no one should be slaves, we need to let this go. But then there was a group going, this is how we make our money, we feel privileged. And there were a lot of children that were born because other people were working on top of other people. So if you already had a community, you were already doing things, you had your own space in the world. Hi, what's this about? So if you had your own space in the world and these people came into your world and said, I'm making so much money off, well, the children came into the picture, and at that time all these kids knew growing up is that their parents were wealthy. Why were these parents wealthy? Because they were taking the cotton and linen and the soybeans and whatever else, and they were profiting off of it, but using people to work for free. With, again, like a purge mentality. Just do what I want. I do what I want when I want. How I want. We've been doing it for centuries, and there are people that still believe that's okay. Now, coming up to today, I can't speak for anybody. I don't know these people. I know what I've been through for these past at least 25 years. And that is scrutiny, people controlling where I work, how long I work, who I date, literally, what I drive, what I wear, literally. I don't know who's hiring these people. I don't know who gave my family permission to feel that they can sell my information to these people. I don't know what's going on. I can't say that's right. But my point is, if you, just say, are a victim because of skin color and whatever else, if you are a victim of societal quote unquote norms, and that is where people feel like because you're dark skinned, you must not be worthy of anything. I am so sick and tired of having to tell people that maybe I don't appreciate their service because it's not safe for me. And then they go, so society gave me the license to treat you any way I want. So don't expect me to treat you any better. You're going to get the same. So that's frustrating after 50 years that you're telling people I'm having neighbors bang on my floor. You're telling the authorities. I'm having people follow me around and slam doors everywhere, and you're telling authorities. I'm having people stalk me everywhere I go. You're telling the authorities, and your reports are being classified in a file safely tucked away where you didn't give a matter. You weren't any, it didn't matter what you were going through. And guess who capitalized off that? Your own people. They felt like because no one was really policing you or helping you, that it was okay to attack you too. Your own people, blood or not, they look like you. And you have to deal with that. So then history changes a little bit, and maybe someone of the same descent sort of comes into office and they're like, hey, I'm on the abusive side. They make money. But yeah, from cotton and linen and treating people bad and stealing stuff. Yep, they do. But you're looking at the other people that hurt their own, kill, steal, and destroy, and you're going, I'd rather go with the wealthy group. Okay, take over there. And they join the team and they're like, oh, it's so great, it's so grand, I love it. A lot of money, privilege, influence. Woo. And they want to do something great. And God is putting it on them to try and do something great. And they're reaching out to the community that they very well could be a part of. And what do they get? Rejection. So they're like, well, F it. I tried to, and I think there is a disservice here because just because someone is dark skinned does not mean that they're on the side of treachery. Doesn't mean that they're a criminal. Doesn't mean that they're bad or mean. Doesn't mean that they're less than anyone else. We're all human. We all want to be valued and respected. So this person has felt disrespected by the group that they can associate with. Everybody's disgruntled, hostile, and rude. But they happen to run across one person that's just like simply, naturally, justice like. Just a simple soul that believes in where's the right? Where's the justice? Where's the peace? And they go, oh, they must be a criminal too. So they start hearing things in their little group that there's a crime going on. And they're like, I'm the hero. We've been investigating these people anyway. They're like, we know they're all criminals. We're not even we're just going to start investigating everybody. But people are putting you in the center of it, whoever you are. And you're like, wait, wonder what's going on. Oops, upside your head. They said you're the one doing everything. You don't even know they said it was you. You and your kids are doing some damnable crime. And all these years, you don't even know how to spell crime good. You just learned. And somebody said you was implemented in something really fascinating. So you decide. Listening to people kind of giving you the heads up on something that you could be a part of, and that would explain a lot of this foolishness. And these could be people that are in that other group. Playing purge with your life. Like what you do and say and be don't matter. And you could be thinking, oh, age no. This is not gonna go. Oh, age no. Age no. I won't go. Y'all not gonna put me out here in this. See. So here you are fighting for your life again. Playing purge games. You ain't even did nothing. I'm sure trying to get the sun on this ring. I is, because I'm silly. I'm trying to find a good spot where the sun is shining. And y'all can see it because I'm silly. But back to what I was saying. You don't have anything to do with this. So you try to figure out what crackhead that's drunk on power is losing their identity at this rate. Because what they're not going to do is get me in some trouble that I ain't got nothing to do with. What just happened? Y'all gonna stop playing. So, okay, let me read y'all stuff. What's this about? Give me a minute. Are you wealthy? And Jesus, teach me how. Keep the watching. Hi. Life is what you make it. Amen. Right. As long as you know the truth and don't to what they assume. Amen. But no. Let's do this one better, baby. So again, this is really more like someone has said you did something. So this ain't just a matter of don't give in to what they assume. No, these people got the legal hounds on you and your kids. Okay. Now remember purge. I said that right. That's what this is like. It's like, dang, if we can say this person did something, we can get them up out of here. Purge, but it'll be legal because we stealing, we lying, we cheating, and we getting this person all tied up in some legal bull because they ain't got nothing to do with it. Ooh, because we don't want to take responsibility. So, yeah, we've done this before. Let's do it again. What? Excuse me. Happens a lot. Can't make it up. So again, here you are minding your business, living out your best life, not bothering anybody, just as it has been for 300 years. And somebody just decided, I don't think they should have anything. I don't like the way they look. They have an inheritance or something. They have some good kids. We got to mess all that up. We can't have these good people out here that look like that. They doing too much. They gonna make everybody else think they can do stuff without us. What? So they got this person investigated and say this person, you're not into politics. You just living out your best life as God gave it to you sovereignly. You ain't got to take no sides on nothing. You walking with the king that owns everything. So what are you trying to embrace towards? Freedom in Christ. Stand therefore within it. So God has set you free. You're here minding your business, and people are sitting up here trying to get you. There was some sunlight. Hey now, trying to get you locked out for something you don't even know nothing about, or they're getting you into stuff that you shouldn't even be bothered with. Depending on the situation you're in, you might have to deal with it and give in to what they assume. I don't know what's going on, but listen, no, we not. So what we gonna do is again sit back and watch God. Okay. Oh, it retracted. Okay, it was retracted. So what my point is, just say it's you just going through this. You haven't bothered anybody, and no matter your race, just say you're human. You're out here. You're doing your kids. You never been married because someone has been in the background of your life doing purgalicious stuff. Purgalicious. PURGILOICOUS. Yes, purgalicious. How you spell delicious? Purgalicious stuff. Okay, they purging on you in every which way. They just don't have no respect, no regards for you, but God does. So now here you are living out your best life. They got all these investigators and FBI agents and all these people trying to treat you like a clown, trying to scare you. And you see all these people roaming around you. Fire department, EMTs, police department, for no reason. Pretending they're busy. Turn on their side. You jumping because they keep catching you at a certain corner. Pulaski, New Washington, Pulaski, New Madison. They always jump. Ooh. And it's like, good Lord. They want you to be nervous. They want you to stay in the house. They want you to disappear, but you won't. Now, why are they bothering you? Are they stealing? Kids? Young people? You? Body parts? What they doing? Why are they bothering people? So, say it's you. And you don't have a religion. You don't necessarily have a political party. You just living your life. I love it. In fact, I can put it in front of me because I know people like to get mad when I have things in front of me like this. Oh, it pisses them off and they make fun of me. No one cares. And so, make sure it irritates them. Make sure they can really see it. Okay. So just say, you're living out your life and someone decides, I don't like that person. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to do something to them. And they have all these people in their pocket that can literally take your life and think nothing of it. I made this with diamonds on it, so I'm holding it up because I'm special. I told you. Diamonds, love it. I make these personalized. So just say you mind your business and one day somebody breaks your neck a little bit. Happened to me. Then kids disappeared at an early age. Happened to me. I spoke to them last year. I haven't spoken to them since, maybe a few months ago. Maybe last year, May. So Why does my free children feel like they cannot talk to me? And yes, people create situations where my children will feel like, Mom, you're a loser. Mom, you can't keep anything. We're done with you now. Again, there were negative Nancy's around my kids acting like because a parent is having hardship that they needed to dislocate, they needed to disconnect, they need to protect their peace so they can have a great life. Instead of all three of us working together, these hoes and Negroes decided, yeah, we're gonna plant the seed where these kids need to separate so we can have a good chance of getting them out here in these streets like we've done so many people in the past. Hoes and Negroes. So God said, oh, y'all want to play with that one. Okay, so he put it into somebody's heart that was on these cases that was ignoring it, but they wanted to make a difference, and it was really for a showboat moment. Really, really was. It was just really for a bit of see what we can do. But again, I believe these people started to see the heinous activity of police departments with an S, bad history moves with an S. When I say bad history moves, I mean like where people felt privileged for various reasons to just treat certain people any kind of way, even taking their lives. And they will hire people with no brains and no money to carry out these tasks. Because remember, a poor man's wealth is a rich man's past. They pay these poor people money so that they cannot be implemented in these crimes and these dummies take it. Then you see them on the news and the person that actually hired them, because they're going to make that person look crazy, is sitting in jail, hell or dead. So they didn't think, oh, that's a bribe. That's illegal and immoral, and I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. Put yourself in other people's shoes. How would you feel if someone did that to you? Yes, ma'am. I'm not playing cards. I don't play with cards. It's paper. So how would you feel if someone did that to you? That's all I need to know. Always consider other people. You know, people want to be free, then you should allow people to be free. It doesn't make sense that people have all these stipulations in their minds and hearts about everything someone else does based on color, race, or just their own ignorance in their own head. And they're projecting it onto you because they don't know how to mind their own business. Why is anybody trying to decide how you enjoy your day? Why are they not enjoying their day? Why are there women out here trying to tell their kids how to do stuff when they need to go find a man and do what they need to do? Huh? Don't date her. Don't date him. Where is your man? Where's your husband or wife? Why are you worrying about what this person's doing in their life? Okay. So there are people out here that literally for 300-400 years just want to control somebody, want to tell people when they can live or die, when they can do various things. And I'm not sure why. It's like they really need something to do. And this is why you don't need to live with people that are contentious in your life. You know, people who have a community and you don't like gospel cards? Why? You don't like gospel cards? Why? Huh? So as I was saying, there are times when, like the church, you know, no one should really be trying to tell you how you should do things as far as living, where you live at. There's a farm right now that people are living on, and I may have uploaded this into one of the videos, where they keep setting fire to the black people's houses. The farms, they keep going into their yard and they're setting fires because they don't want them there, and they just keep doing stuff and they keep doing stuff. They got them on video, and they think nothing's wrong with it. They're crazy. They really feel like, well, we're not doing anything wrong, and we can tell you what to do. We can tell you where to go. And it's like, when did God tell you you were in control of somebody else's life? That's what we need to know. How do you tell these farmers that they can't be on their land? And then the man went so far as to go into someone else's land and set fire to it, and taking the gates down and taking down all the different what do you call it? The fence. They had a fence up there, and this man decided, do y'all see me playing with cards? I am flipping these cards to organize them because they're all mixed up. And this person, I don't know who this little entity demon is saying, don't play with those cards. Scripture cards. I don't like it. I don't like you playing with scripture cards. See, that's the mental health of people. I'm trying to tell you, you will not be shocked if you find out that your raggedy minded family were the ones behind most of your disdain for these 25, 30, 40, 50 years. You will not be shocked because they're in your face telling you wild and crazy things that don't make sense where they need to be going doing their own lives. But they back here watching what you doing, which ain't got nothing to do with nobody because you were in whole different parts of the life of life. And again, we do move away. These people create situations where you have to come back to them like you are a slave. And this is why your kids are probably dead or off somewhere thinking, this is a nut job family. These people are all in our business. We thought it was our mother. It's really these demons being in our business. This is our mother, our business, what we do. And these people have entangled themselves in our mother's business, got us separated, and got us out here away from our mother where they think they're going to do anything to us. But God is our witness. He is our keeper, provider, and vindicator. So we're going to be strong. We're going to trust God out here. We're going to keep pressing until God brings an angel that has a brain and a heart for God into our lives to protect us, because these people have lost their entire minds trying to tell us what we can and cannot do, which is none of their business. Who we can talk to, who we can't talk to, we can play with paper or not. They have really overstepped their little mental boundaries, like they really losing it somehow. So whatever the case is, I'm just organizing cards. I don't know why they would offend anybody that's passing through and they're in whole different parts of a house. But they love to come and look at what you're doing. I don't like you breathing. I don't like you eating. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're saying. And it's like, this is why you shouldn't deal with people that once you get past maybe 23, you should go and get your own stuff and do what you want. But again, there are people that literally feel like, no, I control you. If I don't want you to have your own place, I will come and get you kicked out so you can come back to us. And that's what you're seeing. If I move right now, there will be a numbskull that will have someone stalk me down, find out where I'm at, and start creating chaos so that I'll have to return to this bullshit of somebody telling me what I can and cannot do, and I'm 50 years old. And they enjoy this. This is how sick some people are. Somebody enjoys telling other people, old as they are, what to do. Well, I'm not a goddamn slave, and I'm absolutely not on parole for anything, and I don't appreciate people telling me what to do. Well, you in my house. I have my own house. I will again. And I promise you guys, if someone comes into my life and keep this BS up, I personally am going to hunt them down, and you're going to see me on the news, because we're going to be free. We know how to take care of ourselves. We know what we're doing, and we're not going to keep playing with people. Okay? But God is taking care of it. So y'all just watch this movie. Okay? So as I was saying, there are people out here that literally are in their heads that are believing that you do what they say. You don't have your own mind. You should not have your own freedom. Things that you enjoy, they must destroy. They must destroy your ability to do things that bring you joy, things that you're good at. And I've seen this. I've seen people literally do that. And that clown is distracting me right now, because all I was saying is there are people that have political power, whether people like it or not. And they have absolutely decided, because they wanted to do something good in life and in history, to do something good in life and history. And remember, slavery, people that like bondage, whether it's your color or not, there are people that just are crazy. They just got to be controlling somebody else. They got to be in somebody else's business. They got to be telling somebody what to do all day and every day. They just hate to see people happy, hate to see people enjoying something, hate to see people accomplishing something, making relationships, having a family. Some people are crazy. They're too far in your business. Okay? Absolutely. Too far in your business. And they're always there. They never go anywhere. And they're waiting on you to enjoy something, so they can come and say, I don't like that. I absolutely do not enjoy you enjoying yourself. It just offends me. So when it comes to politics, there are people that are literally set up in society that are prejudiced. And again, they can look just like you. They're just hateful. They're in pain. They're not happy. And they're crazy. And so what happens is, yes, ma'am. I can't hear you. Oh, she got a mental problem? Okay. So basically, whenever it happened in politics for history, again, there were people that always wanted to kind of have control over other people. And they always want to set it up where you're always under their thumb. This is a historical fact. Everybody knows that slavery is not based on skin color. It's really based on hateful Negroes and other folks that don't have their own identities, and they get upset when you find yours. And they're going to keep finding ways to keep you in bondage, to keep telling you what you can't do, what offends them, what they don't like. They're going to keep making laws. They're going to keep making rules. They're going to keep making it hard for themselves to get to heaven, which is good. You don't want to see them there no way. So let them have fun down here. Like I said, this is all garbage anyway. We are going to expire all this trash going to the garbage. Ain't no sense you getting upset. And where they going? To burn forever. And I think that's fair. So whenever you see people talking about laws not being changed or things they don't like in politics, because they're the slave owners. They're the people that want to keep up the foolishness. They're the people that want to keep up fighting. Those are the people that want to keep up the confusion in the group. They don't really want no peace. They don't really want to have happiness. They don't really want to see people free. They want to keep people in bondage. They want to keep telling people what to do. So whenever I see in politics, which I don't do one way or the other because they all crazy to me. People that's talking about politics, they crazy. These are the people with mental problems. And when they all hostile and mad about it, those are the people that are the troublemakers. That's what I believe. There's nothing wrong with you having an opinion about this like me. To me, again, if you're the type of person that people love to come and just walk up and tell you, I don't like your hair. I don't like that you're enjoying this. This disturbs my peace. And it's like, this is none of your business. This hurts my feelings. They just want to control something because they're not controlling their own lives. They don't have anything to do. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like this or that. And it's like, it don't even have anything to do with them. So my point is, just say you're the person for 400, 300 years that have had, or even just in the past time that you've been here on earth, you've been purged on several times. Like, people just feel free to just come into your life and be like, I'm going to take your apartment away. I don't think I like that you're on your own. I'm going to take your kids away. I don't like that you raised them by yourself. I'm going to take your man away because how dare you serve God, do the right thing, have all the answers that you need, take care of yourself self-sufficiently, raise your children with a brain, with morals and standards, and you guys get along and you seem happy. Let us plant a seed in your kids' life so they can kind of start seeing you differently because we're stupid. Let's do a little magic and cause problems. Didn't even stop there. Now you're going to start messing with the man that I'm dating or the men that I've met. You all in the background causing all these problems because you just felt like it. You were disturbed that I had a man in my life. You were disturbed that I'm doing things with myself that don't have anything to do with you. So you just causing all this havoc in my life. And you feel free, like purge. What I said 5.0, because I think there's a part 4. You just really feel like you can take whatever I have. You can steal whatever I enjoy. You can just come, no matter what it is, be scriptures or anything. You want to be the one saying, nah, I don't like that. You shouldn't play with those. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, those are the crazy ones. I promise you. And they will call the police if they could, if they thought they could get away with it, because they got mental problems. These are the people that are not living their own lives, and they're in your life way too far. And they really want you to go away. But when you go away, that's when they're all going to get their straitjackets. That's what they don't know. When you walk away and they keep pushing you, that's where it's going to be headed. They're going to be the ones on the other side of history. So say God brings somebody in, as I was saying before I was distracted about some funky pieces of paper. Say God brings someone into your life or into society that feels like, okay, I want to make a show. I want to do this and that. I want to do something grand, blah, blah, blah. So let's grab some of these cases or whatever on a big scale around the world. And let's see, what's what. What cities do we want to focus on? What states? Okay. What areas of the country do we really want to look into? And I'm just saying, just say it's an agency. I don't know. Nothing. Okay. And say they pick up a city that's very popular for crime and crazy. Maybe not the number 1 crime syndicate for crazy, but popular for crime. And they start looking into stuff, and they're looking into stuff, and people are saying, hey, that person's bad. And they're like, yeah, well, let's go after these people. Okay. The whole group. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. This person is saying that these people are bad. Wait a minute. What's up? Well, let's look at both of them, all of them against her. Let's just, because they saying it's her, and she's like, what? So they do their investigation, and they find out that you have been targeted for a few years. Literally, like hunt down like a dog, your kids, your cat, your jobs, your loved ones, your ideas. They steal them. They just cause you a lot of problems. And these people can see that from a higher perspective, that you're not doing anything to anybody. And these people sitting up here in their own little city, in their own little group, with their own little files, putting all this stuff together, even in the courtroom, using folks, just doing dummy little cases and things, just being stupid. And you're sitting there like, I don't know anything, just living your best life. You see, they see people leaving and things happening, but they're not understanding. So now they're doing another type of intelligence, and they're like, and they're starting to understand that, again, you're not doing anything. How would you feel, again, if you're in that position where someone is completely organizing your entire life without your permission, and you know it's happening and there's nothing to do about it because these cowards won't show themselves? So you continue to kind of live your life and do what you do, and you're not understanding, but you're making it. God is opening doors for you. So you're not really too bothered by the crazy people that keep orchestrating all this drama, because they're what? Miserable. And then they're raising younger people to think it's okay to be all in your face. Don't forget to like, child. Um, like they don't have anything to do with anything, but now they feel, I see how racism happens. There are people that don't even know you and they don't like you. They never had a conversation with you, and nothing you say matters because whoever taught them this hatred, that's all they know. So no matter what you say, they can't even hear you because they're already programmed to be against you. I see how that happens. It happened to me right in the center of my life, my world. Everybody was poisoned, and everybody was like, yeah, I mean, it's like they just constantly, right from the get go, she don't matter. And they literally took that into a legal realm and started all this kerfuffle, and people even putting bounties out for what? No reason. Just being stupid. Bring her to me. I'll shoot her in the head. Just bring her to me when you get her. Who the hell is this? So they literally hired an undercover person to come after you for nothing, no reason. And here you are, and I'm sure there's others, innocent, haven't done anything, and somebody's pursuing you. Say it's you. And remember, this has been happening for 300-400 years to anybody. Okay? At least 300-400 years. And here you are minding your business, and it just keeps happening. And now you're seeing for, oh God, it just keeps rolling over on top of you. And you're like, I'm going to keep moving because I am free. I'm not going to sit here and play with these people, whoever it is, these cowards. So say one day somebody gets in office or whatever, and they start to see this because they've been probably looking, and they start to discover that you absolutely are not a part of this. And they have the power to cease fire because somebody's aiming and shooting at you. And maybe you don't agree with their politics. Maybe you don't agree with the way they raise their kids or their family or how they look or where they come from. But what you do know is this person has undone whatever gun was pointed in your direction. Now, would you still think, if this was you being targeted and your people for over 300-400 years, whoever you are, that if someone came in and said, hey, this is a bad practice, this is not good, I don't, I can't, this is a person that is innocent. They're only trying to take care of their family. They're only trying to survive and strive and do great things. And they're not even stupid. They really have some good ideas. And you all are sitting on top of this person. Would you want that person to not respond because of how you look? Or maybe what you wear or what you believe, what party you're in? Do you really want them to be that petty when they see that your life is about to be snatched? You or your children or your husband or kids, your dog, it don't matter. These are things that you care about. Do you really feel like they should sit and go, where they're not blue, they're not orange, well, they're not skin green, they're not gray. So, or do you want them to say, hey, look, this is not good. I'm not going to allow this behavior. This is horrible that this person is only trying to take care of their family and somebody's steady picking their lives apart. We must stop this. So they actually go in and start to see how these people are funding their fuckery. And you're mad. So just say it's you, and you're mad because the person found out how these people have the money to come after you and steal all your stuff and go and enjoy their lives. And here you are dragging and lagging. Your knee hurt, your body hurts. You need a body cast. You need a break. You need a true revival. Physically, mentally, spiritually. These people have been whooping you for the past 25, 50 years. And you think that it's okay that someone is funding this using government money. That's what you're saying. So someone has the ability to shoot you, pay people to stalk you, pay people to wreck your life, pay people to buy the buildings you live in, pay people to live around you just to cause you problems. Doesn't matter if it's KKK, it don't matter if it's the mafia, the mob, it don't matter who it is. These people are funding your demise. How? They're not rich, most likely. And if they are, how did they get rich? Are they killing people? Are they stealing people's monies and inheritances and bank accounts and retirement funds? What are they doing? How are they funding your stalkering? How are they funding? So someone goes in and sees how they're doing it, and they're like, oops, that's not for you. And you're going, we're going to tear up your farm. We're going to tear up your farm because you're messing up our slave trade. Is that what we're doing? We don't want you to dismantle our slave trade. There's another word coming to mind. Our snuff film movies on the farm. So somebody literally have a farm somewhere, and they're pretty much sending butchers out to find women, take them to this farm, and sell parts on the market. Are you stupid? So again, this is interrupting people's gazillion-dollar business. So they figured, well, Gonzo, we're going to disturb your business. But the fire is, let's act like it's political, right? Let's pretend it's political. Again, people here in the world have been making money for years off of sex, body parts, slavery, people working for nothing and not getting paid properly. I've been on several jobs where I never got my last check. I didn't get some of the other checks. And you can call the EEOC again. These people are already in your state going, oh, it's because of this or that. And these people agree with them on payroll that you're not going to get your payment. And that's fine. God owns everything. I'm still fine, aren't I? Still okay. So is that what you want? If that was you being targeted and being treated like that and being told what to do 400 years and what you can't do and what you can wear, what you can't wear, and people ain't even asking you, they just going through your stuff and throwing it out and giving it away, ripping it up. How would you feel if someone came in and said, hey, you stupid, you're going to prison for thinking you could tell another human how to behave? You know that's illegal, stupid? Nope, because in their little baby heads, they feel like it's their business to be minding your business. And you think that's okay. So again, if this was you, how would you feel if someone could just come into your life and be like, I don't like you selling that type of candy. No, I just don't like it. Don't let the mayor see you selling that type of candy, okay? Because you're going to be in big trouble if the mayor see it. Is it illegal to sell this type of candy? Why is he worried about what I'm selling? So again, if this is you and somebody's telling you blatantly that you cannot have a freedom to live as you see fit, would that be okay with you? Would you actually be wanting people, if someone came and said, hey, you don't have a right to tell that person how to sell their candy in their store or what to sell in there. There's no law against that. And then these fools go down there to the office, make up some type of thing. Oh, no, it's right here in section 5.244. That's when God gonna handle that. Because that doesn't make sense that this is candy. Why is this such a big issue? Why are their minds so messed up on what you're doing that they're down here in the main office trying to get some laws against you playing with candy in your store? Or anywhere. This is a free world. Yes, there are laws and rules, but most of us are following the laws and rules. So why would we want to impose our thoughts and feelings and ideas on somebody else? Is that legal? You cannot tell crazy people what's what. That's why they need a jacket. Okay. You cannot tell them. That's not none of your business. That's not something. If you were doing something for yourself, you wouldn't be worrying about this person doing. So since you can't seem to stop hurting and harassing this person, like you in control of something, why don't we give you some time out? So if someone came and rescued you from a person that was a tyrant, always whining and crying like a 3-year-old about something you're doing that is perfectly normal and okay in any sector of the world, they're telling you that you cannot be free to start a business. You cannot be free to live in love. You cannot be free to raise your own children. You cannot be free to do certain things. Would you really feel comfortable if someone came along and said, oh yeah, you're free to do that, and we're going to put these people away for you? In fact, why don't you leave them alone? Because they're mentally challenged, they're not mature in head, and they're always whining about things you're doing. Just separate yourself, because they don't have a right to tell you what to do. And since they're not smart enough to understand that concept and they want to play God over you, then we'll take care of them. Just walk away. Just walk away. And if we see them follow you, we're going to know good and well that they're the ones that need to be locked up, because no one has the right to tell you what's free. So now these are all the things that may be happening around you. And then people are going, how dare you stop and tell someone that they could be free? How dare you stop funding for someone to be hurt and harmed? How dare you find how people have been funding people dying in certain cities and communities? How dare you stand up and take things apart that ain't our business, that ain't got nothing to do with us? Some of the stuff don't even have anything to do with anybody. And these people out here doing the extra ultra. So again, if someone comes along and tells the crazy minded people that's nuts and ain't got nothing going on in their own lives, hey, mind your business and leave that individual alone. It's none of your business how they find happiness. Would you be upset with that person? That they freed you from these people with these psychological problems? I love to see that movie. No, we like bondage. Leave us alone. But see, maybe it's not happening to the people that's doing all that little extra, or they're a part of it and they don't. Maybe they're ignorant. Like I said, people start fires in places where there is no smoke. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, they're looking into us. Okay, so we're going to start a riot. We're going to pretend that whatever they're doing is really breaking down something that we're doing and that other people can get involved in. And then they're going to be petty and run with it, and they're going to start damaging everything in the city. I'll say it again. If someone was doing Purge 5.0 on you, and somebody came along and said, hey, and they found out how you was funding your effery, and they shut that party down, or whoever was bothering you, they shut it down where they couldn't get access to that stuff, I want to see if you're still talking about somebody dismantling a house or a home or a marriage, or something. Because what your main goal is to be free. And there's a lot of bondage out here that some of y'all ain't never experienced in some communities or in some cities. But people that have a bigger eyesight, that got bigger resources, knows what's going on, and they're breaking it down, and y'all up here whining. No, keep it the way it is. And I say, boo to you. You need to mind your business. Because again, if we put you on the spectrum of what the frick I've been through, you be glad this shit is being shut down. So you can shut the fuck up, far as I'm concerned. Like I said, somebody is up here ready to aim, shoot, fire, time out a bounty on you, and you ain't did shit. You be glad they finding out how those people are funding, getting those guns and sending people out to play with you in airplanes and police cars and ambulances and just random folks want to run up and hit you. People with sniper guns, people with machines that irritate you at night and make your body feel like you don't want to wake up in the morning. Like you don't want to wake up in the morning. I'm telling you, I promise you, if I don't know, but whatever's been going on, they can send that beast. They can send that, what's it called, bee swarm. They can send them bees over to y'all and let you see how it feel when people got money to irritate your real lives, and don't nobody stop the funding. And you're gonna be glad somebody found out where the money was coming from and snatched it and said, hey, you're not supposed to use that like that. on that. Are you serious? You be glad they came and tried to shut that party down. Now somebody's still doing something. But God probably gonna take them off the earth because they ain't gonna stop. It don't matter who it is. And I don't care. But like I said, you let that bee swarm come over there where you at. You know, the nest, them bees get together and they all in the same direction. Let them come hover over there and do stuff to you the way it's been done to a bunch of people for centuries. And you will not be crying a river over how these people are funding that shit. You be glad somebody came and said, oh, pull the plug. You can't hurt those people anymore. You be glad. You would be damn glad that whatever was taken from you, somebody found a way to stop those people from taking it from you. If you have land, children, a love life, and people keep coming in, paying these little boys to walk off, or sending people in to walk off, or people coming in to kill you and pretend it was a crime of passion. You be glad somebody took that money because they were not going to stop bothering you. They were not. And when they go off the scene, they got other monkeys to come behind them do the same stuff. So again, you shut the fuck up. Just sit back. This ain't even your business. It's not. All this stuff that's going on, it really ain't y'all business. There are people out here that die every day in some of these cities, states, these houses. And somebody's funding this. And if they stop the funding, it will stop. People will stop dying as much. People won't have the money to do dumb stuff. They're paying people with your money to go and take out black women, black girls, send them to sex trafficking, cut them up and sell their body parts to people with money. How did they get the money? That's why they're saying drain the swamp. Stop funding. They're not going to stop. So if we find out where they're getting it from and how, I like that you mentioned God. That's really the only one you can rely on in those types of situations, unless you can prove your innocence. I ain't gotta do nothing. Nobody ever talk to me. I'll be back. Give me a shout out. Hi, Big. Hi, K Smith. Let me look at this. Shadow. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to look at the channel. There's a problem with this. Oh, boy. Add as a moderator. Yeah, I think I hit something. I hope I didn't remove this lady. What's this about? Yeah. Okay. We'll look later. But whatever the case, put yourself in other people's shoes. So shout out to those that have a brain and the resources to look to situations and spare people's lives and save them from people that they can't save them. I mean, guys, this was several agencies that were working against me and my kids. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I can only speak for myself and mine. Several agencies working together. Where are they getting the funding? These are not million and billionaires. So where are they getting the money from? To have stalkers, gang stalkers, cars, paying people, agencies, undercover cops, undercover agents, undercover investigators. Where are they getting the funding from? To do all this. Hi, Big. I'm not proving anything. God is. I ain't worried about it. But I said what I said. You all need to mind your business. This don't have anything to do with you guys per se. This person saved some lives. Maybe even your kids. There are kids